Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. I'm so excited. I just wanted to get on here and do a quick get ready with me. I haven't done one in a while, and I recently received some incredible products from this company called Merit that I'm totally obsessed with now. So I figured I'd share with you guys, and also I finally get around to answering some of the questions that I've gotten over. It's been a while, but I've got a bunch of questions that you guys have sent in, and I just wanted to take this opportunity to reply to them since I haven't done that and I haven't done a Q&A in a really long time. So let's get started. All right, so first I wanted to show you guys, I already dug into the packaging this weekend, but I just wanted to show you the packaging quickly. It's super cute. Got the little shenanigans there, so just don't mind that. But this is the box. It just says Marriage on it, and it's very cute. It says less is more, super adorable. And then it comes in this little, all the makeup comes in this little cute little reusable bag, and it's all sustainable, which is kind of incredible. And then they also give you a little card just kind of describing what Merit's all about and everything like that. And yeah, it says this box is made from post-consumer waste and 100% recyclable. So obviously I love that because I'm trying to be better about my waste and being sustainable, even though it's been a journey. But yes, so this is the bag, and I already unboxed everything because I did use it this weekend, as I said, but I figured I'd show you guys. So it comes in these really cute little boxes. Like, oh my God, it's so cute. I love the color and the aesthetic. I'm just, you know, I'm super into the minimalist, like kind of classic vibe. And yeah, I just kept these in here to show you guys, but I will go through and show you the products. So they call this the 5-minute face, and it comes with a perfecting complexion stick. This little guy, it's super cute. And it looks like this. I got the color chestnut. And then we have the cheek color, which is the blush, and I got this in Beverly Hills, and it's super cute. Then I also got the lash, I guess it's the lengthening mascara, and this is just in the color Perfect Black, and I'm like obsessed with this packaging, super cute. And then I also got the volumizing pomade in black brown, very cute, and Merit right there, very cute. And then I also got 2 of their Shade Slicks, I believe they're called. Yeah, Shade Slick, and it's just a tinted lip oil, which I prefer over like I forget what the word is, like a classic lipstick. And I got it in the color Marrakesh, this one. And then I also got one in the color Sangria, which is the one I wore this weekend. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and apply and just answer the questions as we go along. And yes, as you can tell, my hair is a total mess. I'm gonna do my hair too in this video as well. But I figured I'd just start off with the makeup and then kind of try to figure out to do something with my hair because this is not cutting it. And I just recently got a trim, which is why it's straight, but it's not doing it for me, and I'm kind of ready to go back to braids. But yeah, I'm just gonna wrap my hair while I do my makeup, as I always do, and then we'll go from there. All right, so I ran out of my primer, my Fenty Beauty primer, so I just used my daily SPF moisturizer, which is the CeraVe Ultra Light Moisturizing Lotion with a matte finish. I'm running low, I just got a new one, but I wanna finish this one. So I washed my face already, and then I just go ahead and apply this, and I usually also use the Ordinary, I can't even say it, squalene oil, but I ran out recently, so I'm not using that today. But yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and do that. And then I'll just spray a little bit of the Mario Badescu Rose Water Spray, which I always do, and I ran out of setting spray, so I'm using this for now. And of course, I forgot to show you the highlighting balm, which is in the color Bounce. Super cute. I'm gonna go ahead and use my Fenty Beauty matchsticks in the color Honey for my under eyes and like little spots. There's just for concealer because I don't know, I like to brighten my under eyes and have a little bit of concealer on it. I know this stick that they have is kind of more for like the full face, and this one is, the color is like for my actual skin tone versus like the concealer, which is obviously lighter for brightening. All right, so let's start with the questions. Okay. First question is, would you describe yourself as polite? Which is kind of a funny question. I'm like, I don't wonder what made somebody ask this, but yes, I would. And honestly, I would say to a fault. as I'm older now, as I've gotten older, definitely less obsessed with being polite. I definitely had a struggle with that most of my life, of just always wanting to be super polite and super palatable, so as not to, like, you know, stress anyone out. And you know how it is as, well, maybe you don't know how it is, but for, you know, Black women, it can be tough because you just always want to come off like super kind, super gentle, never too much. And so I did spend a lot of time always trying to be super polite. And I would say I'm a naturally polite person, but definitely more prone to being direct when the situation calls for it now versus when I was younger. Okay, somebody asked, where would your dream vacation be? And it's like hard because I have not been that many places, and I have a lot of places that I want to go. And like, for me, any vacation where I can just like be, I don't know, like vacation is just always like a dream for me. So there's not many places that I wouldn't enjoy going, but my dream, if I had to say, would definitely be like some sort of tropical island for sure. I love beach, water, pool, you know, all that sort of stuff. That's like my vibe. So that's definitely, yeah, that would be my dream, some kind of tropical island. Okay, somebody asked, what's the first thing you notice about somebody? Also, like, I don't really know how to put this on. I think they recommended using it with your fingers, but I'm not really good at that. And I also don't even know if I technically chose the right color, but we're just gonna go with it. And yeah, so the first thing I notice about somebody would probably be their, like, whether or not they're kind. I really am like obsessed with nice people. So I'd say I pay the most attention to, yeah, whether or not somebody is like, seems like a nice, genuine person. I think that's really it. Somebody that you would like to have contact with again. Oh, this is really easy. This is my great grandmother who passed away when I was 8, who I was like best friends with when I was growing up, and I loved her to death. I love her to death, and you know, that was a really hard loss on me. And you know, I find myself as I'm older really just wishing that, I don't know, she was here and that I could talk to her. And you know, I think that she was always like one of my biggest cheerleaders, and I feel like it sucks that I never got a chance as an adult to like get to know her and have her in my life. So not to be like sappy, but yeah, that's definitely who I would wish I could have contact with again. What is your dream job? So I am like that meme where it's like, dream job, I don't dream of working, but essentially I would say if I had to like pick a dream job, I don't know, I guess it would be like, well, if I had to pick a dream job, like any job in the world, I would say acting. That would be really cool. Like that would be, it's always been my dream, but never really got a real opportunity to pursue it. And I just think it would be fun and interesting, and I would love to really learn the craft and be in film and television. So yeah. Okay, next question. Could you describe your last relationship in 3 words? Yeah, I guess first thing that comes to mind is fun. Yeah, definitely, you know, I had my best friend and we had a lot of fun together. I would also say maybe, I don't know why I just did that. I'd also say challenging. It was a little tough, and not a little, there was a lot of tough parts, especially if you guys watch my recent video, you know, about, you know, where we're at now. So that it was definitely, it was a long relationship and there's a lot of challenges for sure. I'd also say once in a lifetime. I mean, well, that's like not a word, but yeah, I guess like it definitely felt to me like the kind of love you only have once in your entire life, and you feel so fortunate because you found that person, and you just know like this is what life is all about. Like, what a blessing, you know? It's just like this. Yeah, I don't know, like it sounds so dramatic, but yeah, I would definitely say it's like a once in a lifetime kind of love. And yeah. Okay, I definitely don't think we're gonna get through all these, because now I'm just like, this 5-minute face is turning into like a 20-minute face just because of these questions and how bad I am at multitasking. But I will just do a few more because we're getting towards the end of the look. All right, somebody asked, do you think second chances make sense? And I would say, yes, of course, I think second chances make sense. I feel like, you know, life is just really complicated and difficult. And there's so many times you make decisions that, you know, weren't necessarily true to yourself or who you are or what you really were feeling or thinking. And, you know, it would really suck if that was just like, if you only have one chance and you never gave somebody another chance to kind of prove to you who they really are. Okay, sorry, I had to get a Q-tip. But yes, I would say I definitely think second chances make sense. I think it depends on the situation. I don't think every situation somebody deserves a second chance, but I do think, and you know, there's been times when I've given somebody a second chance and it didn't work out in my favor. So that being said, I just think that life is really complex, and as you get older, your perceptions, your behaviors, just who you are as a person changes over time, essentially. And I think that it's important to be open to the idea of self-improvement and healing and change and that sort of thing. So I think it is necessary sometimes to give second chances, because sometimes people maybe weren't in the right space when you went through something with them, and then later they kind of reflected, made the appropriate changes, and I think it's fair, you know, to give them a second chance in that case. And also, I know there's so many things that I've done and said in my life that I just wouldn't agree with or do now. So I would hope that somebody would be able to recognize that and give me a second chance if the situation called for it. So yeah. Okay, so that was the volumizing pomade, by the way. It's really subtle. I like it. Okay, describe a perfect best friend. This is weird. Like, people are not perfect, so there's no real perfect best friend. But I would say if I had to create a perfect idea of a best friend, or really qualities that I see in all my best friends, is really just kindness, communication, fun, open-mindedness, support, caring, love, you know, all that sort of stuff. Like, really just somebody who genuinely cares for another human being, and also is down to have fun and do different things and not kind of too rigid and stuck in their ways. That's probably the most important thing, to me at least. Okay, this cheek color is a little subtle, so I think I might actually put on a little of my Fenty Beauty just to give it a little bit more something. Okay, would you describe yourself as an easygoing person? Which is kind of a funny question, because it's like, yeah, in a sense, I definitely would, because I just like to have fun, be chill, you know, go with the flow. But at the same time, I have such bad anxiety and such bad ADHD that I do find myself being super tense, overthinking a lot of things, and just struggling with relaxing and stuff like that. So I guess I would say in my heart, my core, I'm an easygoing person, but I do struggle with maintaining that all the time. Okay, do you miss anyone right now? Yes, I miss my family. It's so hard. I mean, as I've gotten older, I've just became so much more close to my family, and it's just hard being in a different town, and life is happening, and just not being able to spend that time with them and be there during all the important things, and just not even the important things, just the daily life. Every time I go home, I'm just like, oh my God, I wish I could just stay home. Cause I don't know, I just miss them and I love them, and I just wish I could spend more time with them, which I'm trying to do, but it's hard, you know, you're a mature and adult, you have responsibilities in a life, so it can be tough. But yes, I miss my family so much, always, literally every single day. Okay, so now I'm just gonna do the highlighter and bounce. And next question, what is your job, and is it close to what your college degree career field is in? Yes, oh my gosh, it's never been close before, but yes, so my job, I work in marketing and partnerships and community outreach for a mental health care company called Zen Care, which I've mentioned a few times. And yeah, it's mental health, and I studied psychology in school, so it's actually directly related to what I studied, which is so funny because that has never been the case before. I was always in the tech startup world. Well, it's a startup, but I was always doing operations and administrative work, and now I'm finally doing something that is more related to what I studied. So it's pretty amazing. Okay, so that's the face. I'm just gonna go ahead and choose, I think I'm gonna do the Marrakesh lip slick. What is it called? Lip slick? Shade slick. Because I did the sangria this weekend and I love the sangria, so I'm sure I'll love this one as well. So this, I'm gonna pick like 2 more questions or something, and I'm probably just gonna do my hair off camera because who wants to see that? Okay, this is the question that I think is so funny because I have so much to say about cancel culture, but yeah, they just asked, what do you think about cancel culture? And they said, how do you feel about cancel culture? And I honestly have so many thoughts on this, and I'm always talking about it if you follow me on Twitter, but I hate cancel culture. I don't think it exists. I think it's so annoying. It's like become one of these buzzwords or whatever. It's like, oh my gosh, you're gonna get canceled if you do this and that and the other. And it's kind of like, I don't really believe in that. I feel like we should just focus on holding people accountable for their actions. And I don't think that like, we need to dig up every single thing that anyone said like a million years ago and then just like say your whole career is like completely canceled. I think there are certain situations where it should be a zero tolerance policy. Like, for example, when it comes to like all of the like sexual assault, abuse, allegations, and like race, like racial slurs and stuff like that, for me, that's zero tolerance policy. If you have past history of sexual, like it comes out to light that you like were involved in some sort of sexual assault situation, I don't need to ever hear from you again. Like, you don't need no, that's just not acceptable. And then when people are, you know, using racial slurs, talking about different groups of people, minority people in a negative connotation, and those tweets or whatever it is found like years later, I feel like, yeah, I understand. And then when it comes to racial slurs and things like that, I don't really see there's an excuse for it. Like, if you said the N-word, whether it's online, in person, you knew that was wrong. So it's just kind of like, what is like, there's nothing, like, yeah, maybe you grew from it, but you don't need to say racial slurs, and like, you don't need to talk about groups of minority people in a negative connotation. Like, you already know that's wrong. So I just don't really feel like that's an excuse. So things like that. But I do think there's this idea now where it's like, let's dig up every single thing that anyone ever said. And it's like, I know for a fact, like if I looked at things that I said, even sometimes on Facebook, I'll see like a little like a status that I made however many years ago, and I'm like, cringe, like, why would I write something like that? I was like a kid, like, I was stupid. But it wasn't like, it depends on what the thing is that you said or did, because some things are way more inappropriate than others. It's just like the nature of it, like, you know. So yeah, I basically am not a fan of cancel culture, and I hate that like people think that if you call out somebody or stop supporting somebody based off of like things that came out about them, that you're like giving into cancel culture. And it's like, no, like, I just don't want to be like supporting somebody who has a bad history or who thinks certain things like this are okay. Like, it's just not what I want to do. So, and I think people need to be held accountable for their actions. Like, that's it. So yeah, that's my feelings like cancel culture. But I can definitely do an entire video on it, like, if people are interested. All right, so those are all the questions I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go ahead and just spray this because I don't have my setting spray. It's the rose water spray instead, to just kind of set it and see. Not bad, pretty cute. I'll take a picture for a better look. But yeah, so this is the finished look. I'm gonna go ahead and do my hair and then I'll be right back. Yeah, so this is the finished look. Very, very subtle and natural, which obviously I love. So if you're into minimalist beauty, definitely check out Merit. You can use my affiliate link in the description box down below. And yeah, there was one other product I wanted to try from Merit, which was their blending brush, but they actually were sold out when I went to get my order. So I'm gonna try that at a different time and I'll let you guys know what I think. But overall, I'm really into these products, super minimalist, I love it. Less is more kind of vibe. And I definitely will be using this on the daily because that's kind of what I do when with my like natural makeup look. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching and don't forget to subscribe.